Hello, viewers. So, Tinubu's illegitimacy and what the Supreme Court did in their judgment is one thing that everyone already knows. And aside from Nigerians knowing this, the whole world already knows that Tinubu is an illegitimate president and the judiciary also failed Nigerians. And this is not telling well about our image at all. So, the founder of Hague Institute, Sam Muller, who is a man from Netherlands, has now spoken against what the judiciary did in their judgment against Nigeria. And according to him, rule of law has declined in Nigeria. This is what he said. And this is one thing we keep saying, that this is not just going to affect Nigerians alone, but the whole world at large will now be seeing our nation as a nation where anything can happen, as a nation where anything can go. And this is what we are already experiencing. From what he said it that the rule of law has declined in our nation, Nigeria. This is not how it's meant to be. And also, another video emerged where Tinubu was asked during the campaign what is he going to do for Nigeria. But he claimed that he does not want to reveal his strategies so that other people will not copy his strategies. And now we are seeing that strategy that he claimed that he does not want to reveal, that he has no plan for the people. And also, Tinubu is now blocking Nigerians who are kicking against the evil his administration is committing in our nation. I will be giving us details on this and more. But before we go fully into it, I would like us to please do well to like this video, and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video. See what Sam Muller said as reported by Punch newspaper. He says, rule of law declining in Nigeria, says Hague Institute. The Hague Institute for Innovative Law on Thursday regretted that respect for the rule of law and justice was declining in Nigeria and other parts of the world at large. The chief executive officer of Hague, Sam Muller, disclosed this during the presentation of the 2023 report on justice needs and satisfaction in Nigeria. Muller said the situation, which was also captured by the World Justice Project 2023 report, was depressing for people who wake up every day to build a nation where peace and justice should reign. So this is what he said. It is indeed depressing that a nation where peace and justice is meant to reign is a nation where anything can go. And this is not the kind of Nigeria we want. This is one thing that Nigerians have been kicking against. We know that the impact of what the judiciary did to Nigerians in this last election is not just going to affect us now, but it's going to affect our image in the outside world. And it's already happening, because many people have this perspective about Nigeria as a nation where anything can go, as a nation that the rule of law does not even exist. And that's what we are experiencing. Just imagine what the Supreme Court gave in their judgment. You upheld the judgment of the tribunal, and at the end of the day, we saw that what the tribunal gave to Nigerians is actually not correct, and you refuse to accept fresh evidence that they tendered that shows that indeed Tinubu is not qualified to be the president of the nation. And all of you, because you want money, you pocketed justice and gave the people illegality. This is not how it's meant to be. Indeed, there is no rule of law in our nation. It has come to a time where the highest bidder will go home with the so-called justice. Reacting to this person here said, Nigeria's judiciary is a disgrace. Indeed, our judiciary is a disgrace. Is no longer the last hope of the common man. Another person here also reacted and said, our president has dual citizenship, faked his certificate, didn't get 25% Abuja votes as required by the constitution, was rigged into office and upheld by the judiciary. Rule of law is not just declining, rule of law is dead in Nigeria. And this is it. Indeed, the rule of law is dead in Nigeria. We saw what they did to the people in their judgment. It shows that indeed the rule of law is dead. No respect for the law of the land, no respect for the constitution. Another person here also reacted and said, the day APC gripped power, was the day rule of law was buried. And this is it. This person here also reacted and said, what do you expect when a nation is captured by rogues? What do you expect when mediocre took control of affairs? What do you expect when competence is sacrificed on the table of religious and tribal affinity? What do you expect when leadership is based on turn by turn among incompetent and corrupt individuals? And this is it. We can't get rule of law in this kind of situation. What they do is that they give their judgments based on the highest bidder, because these rogues have taken over our nation and they have people in their list whose turn when it comes to be president, to be leaders, to be governors, they will give it to them and they will ensure that the courts do their bidding and the judiciary will dance to their tune instead of helping the citizens. Another person here also reacted and said, Nigeria is not practicing democracy. Nigeria's elections have become validation of political crimes. Another person here wrote, 1. Electoral process presently in Nigeria have become institutional validation of political crimes and means of corruptly enriching electoral officers. 2. It will continue to get worse and never deliver democratic leadership. 3. If Nigerians desire democratic leadership, the masses must unite and force out the current establishment. That is the only democratic means left, none more. And this is it, because even the judiciary that is meant to fight for the people has failed and has indeed declined and has indeed died in our nation, Nigeria. Another person here reacted and said, there is no rule of law. The judiciary should be ashamed and Nigerians should be pissed. This person here also reacted and said, what do you expect when the lawmakers don't even obey the law? Charity begins at home. In clear terms, there is no such thing as rule of law in Nigeria. It's long gone. The last straw was the series of unfortunate events that followed the general election. To say the least, we no longer have a constitution in Nigeria, and this is it. Indeed, we no longer have the constitution in Nigeria because the lawmakers are not even following the law. They are actually the ones breaking the law. The people will look at the constitution and is not consistent with the judgments they are delivering. Another person here also reacted and said, honest truth, and those are the causes why investors are not coming to our country. They can fool us with tribalism and religions, but they cannot fool investors who want to do good business, not the criminal Indians and Lebanese. And indeed, this is actually one of the major reasons why we cannot get investors to come to our nation, because they are already seeing our nation as a place of lawlessness. Another person here also reacted and said, why should there be rule of law when the government, judiciary, and all the government institutions are lawless and have no respect for rule of law? This person here also reacted and said, law is for the poor. Law respects the druggies, certificate forgers. Law look for the highest bidder. If there is a rule of law, Tinubu, INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmood should be in prison serving. And this is it. Indeed, there is no rule of law in our nation. With all the judgments they gave in the tribunal, in the Supreme Court, it just shows that the judges themselves don't even respect the law. Another person here also reacted and said, there is no more rule of law left in Nigeria. It has long passed the declining stage. I am a Nigerian, so I can tell you this without reservations, because the lawlessness affects me and other Nigerians directly. Our democracy may not survive another decade. Another person here also reacted and said, Hague, nothing like law to Nigerian government. The government only remember law when the people start to fight for themselves. The judiciary have sold themselves. The police have sold themselves. The military have sold themselves. So nothing like law in Nigeria. What do you expect when certificate forging drug dealers and criminals under EFCC investigation are now running the country? Another person here also reacted and said, Nigeria no longer needs rule of law since we now have leaders who don't believe in rule of law. Let everyone live above the law. And it is sad that they will not allow the poor masses to actually live above the law. It is actually for the elites. It's for them, because they will continue to manipulate the people and do anything they want. But whenever someone who is poor does something, they will actually ensure that the person face the wrath of the law, but the law is not for them. Another person here also reacted and said, the rule of law is not declining in Nigeria. Rather, there is no constitution and no rule of law in Nigeria, period. Another person here also reacted and said, there's scarcely any rule of law in Nigeria, let alone a declining one. With very few exceptions, money buys justice in this country, and the level of corruption and lawlessness even among lawmakers, law enforcers, and law interpreters is alarming. This person here also reacted and said, rule of law that Supreme Court did its funeral the other day. We have finished mourning it already. We are facing the consequences of its demise already. Another person here reacted and said, even the country forces are not serving in the interest of Nigerians anymore, but for the interest of greedy, corrupt, and lawless politicians. The judiciary is no longer the hope of the citizens, but the last resort of the greedy leaders, selfish interest everywhere. And this is it. Indeed, the judiciary is no longer the last hope of the common man. What they are doing now is that they are doing the bidding of politicians, forgetting that they are supposed to work for everyone and that nobody is meant to be above the law. Also, a video has surfaced where during the campaign, Tinubu claimed that he is not going to tell the people about his strategy because he does not want opposition to copy his strategy. But now it's now clear to everyone that this man does not even have any strategy. He just said that because he could not even answer the question they asked him. He had no plan. All what he wanted to do was that he wanted to just eat the money of our nation, and then that's why he came out to be the president. I'll be showing us this video and you will see what he said, guys. Watch this video, guys.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running, so they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Just imagine what someone that wants to be the president of a nation is saying. You don't want to reveal your strategy so that other politicians will not copy you. And some people still went ahead to support him. We are not going to blame him that much, because at the end of the day, we know what he did. That INEC helped him to rig the election because Nigerians didn't even vote for him. And then the Supreme Court, in their judgment, upheld the criminality that he brought. Because looking at this, it just shows that this man had nothing to offer the people. But at the end of the day, INEC failed Nigerians who trooped out in their mass to vote. And reacting to this video, this person here said, Tinubu overrated himself, aided by sycophants. 1. Tinubu is like that dog named Lion that over time believes it's actually a lion and so continue to roar like a lion somewhere at Bodilion, scaring people until February 2023 when it met a real lion. 2. Not knowing what to do, he gathers jackals to become newsers in the jungle. 3. But the lion is the lion, it remains the king of the jungle. And this is it, indeed, the lion is the lion. Because before now, they were deceiving people, telling Nigerians that he single-handedly built Lagos, that he can build Nigeria. And this is the same man they are asking you to tell us your strategies, tell us what you are going to do for the people. And you are claiming that you cannot reveal your strategies so that your opposition will not copy you. Also reacting to this person here said, Baba strategy, they carry us go where we no know. From day one, many of us know he has nothing to offer. That's why we didn't vote for him. His empty manifesto was a verbose plagiarized piece of ball. And this is it. From day one, Nigerians knew that this man has nothing to offer to our nation. Another person here also reacted and said, this man no sabi anything. The only thing he knows is how to do drugs and rig elections. Anything bad is associated with him. Nigeria allowed an arrogant criminal to take charge in Aso Rock. This is really sad. Nigerians didn't allow this. They forced him on us because we know that the people didn't vote for him. Another person here also reacted and said, we are not curious because he is doing nothing and we are asking no questions for the same reason. We knew he would be this way all along. And this is it. Another person here also reacted and said, Tinubu, where is the strategy you did not want to reveal? Because I am yet to see anything meaningful you have done rather than travel all over the world looking for foreign investors that will never come. Oga, you just go and resign. You've taken this country 100 years backward. You have failed woefully. And this is it. You are not legitimate. It's impossible for investors to come. You keep traveling around begging people to come and invest in Nigeria, yet we have not seen any of those investors that you claim are coming to invest in the nation. Another person here also reacted and said, Baba was indirectly telling us he has no idea. Another person here also reacted and said, Mr. Tinubu is like a blind man leading people with two clear eyes. The earlier people who believe in him realize that his tenure is already dead on arrival is better for them. A thug will always work to recover his lost whenever they have the opportunity. Another person here also reacted and said, Tinubu is fulfilling his lifetime ambition. Don't expect anything good from his government. And this is indeed true. He's fulfilling his lifelong ambition. This is something that he has been craving for. That's why during the election, he was shouting and crying, it's my turn, it's my turn. Emilokon, Emilokon, Emilokon. That means it's my turn. Because this is actually one thing that he has wanted to achieve for a long time. Another person here also reacted and said, the sad truth is that majority did not vote for him. He used the money he stole from Lagos State to buy his way into the #1 position. Wike is trying to adopt the same blueprint. And this is it. Is indeed true that Nigerians did not vote for him. Also because Nigerians are coming out to tell the presidency the truth and to also tell Bola Ahmed the truth that they did not vote for him and that what he is doing is actually against Nigerians. He is now blocking Nigerians on social media, blocking Nigerians on X. I will show you what he has done. Look at his Twitter account. He has blocked Nigerians. Look at the Twitter account of the presidency. They have also blocked Nigerians. Who does this? Which president of the nation will be blocking the citizens that you are leading? This just shows that they don't even care about the people. That's why they don't even want Nigerians to criticize you. The people are criticizing your government and what you are doing, and you are out there blocking them. Allow them to air their view. We are actually in a period where people are free to air their view. Instead, you are blocking your citizens and you claim to be the president of the nation. Reacting to this person here said, can someone tell Tinubu's account handler that he or she has no right to block a Nigerian? Nigerians pay the president, including his data subscription. This nonsense has to stop. Another person here also reacted and said, he is not my president. A serial certificate forger and drug trafficker can never be my president. That's to confirm that he never cared about your existence, opinion, or vote. He only grabbed it, snatched it, and ran with the mandate given to another who is meant to save. Another person here also reacted and said, lol, that means they have been getting all your messages and posts. Very petty anyhow administration. And this is it. We know that Nigerians that keep kicking against what they are doing, they see all of these posts and now they are moving to actually block Nigerians. This is not right. It's actually not correct. Why not take what people are doing and work on it? Take what the people are saying, take their correction, work on it. Instead, you are going about blocking the people. Another person here also reacted and said, Tinubu knows that most Nigerians do not love him. He knows he stole the elections. He knows he's illegitimate. He knows he can't win in any court without buying the judges. It's paining him so much that he does not have the goodwill of most well-meaning Nigerians. His desperation won't let him to resign. It's bad. Now he will rule over sad people whom he forced himself upon. And this is it. Indeed, he will rule over the people whom he forced himself upon, and he's still forcing himself upon them because Nigerians are kicking against what you are doing and you are going ahead to block them. This is actually not how it's meant to be. This is not actually what Nigerians want. We want better. We want a leader with empathy. We want someone who we truly voted for to take over the affairs of the nation. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please do also share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do also like this video and please do also subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe so you will get updates whenever we post a new video.